Hi guys, and welcome to Bulletproof Diet Codes and Standards Manual. Now, guys, the reason why we put this code and standards is that we're giving you these as your foundational pillars. We're giving you these as your disciplines and principles to be able to follow to get the results that you want. Look at them from a perspective of we build our foundations, then we put the pillars on top so you can build the structure that you want, that be it from a physical point of view and a mental, emotional point of view, and the whole encapsulated thing will be from a lifestyle point of view. So these are the codes and the standards that we put in place in order to make sure that you get there. Now, as we move through this, you'll be able to see this throughout the document. So our codes and ethics, right? First off, we put our code. We improve daily, we remain solution focused, and we take ownership of our lives and our choices, all right? And fundamentally is we never give up. That's the underpinning line or motto, that we never ever give up. We keep on going through all the challenges that we reach. But the code itself gives us a code of conduct, it gives us a code of ethics, it gives us a valuable mindset in being able to tackle the challenges that we will inevitably face along the way. Now, it's important to have this because, as I said, it will get difficult after the initial excitement has died down and has slowed. So you can bring up stories and excuses for not continuing, such as things as guilt, work, time, and many other factors and reasons not to continue. So it's very, very important to have these code of ethics and have these standards to be able to hold, to keep you accountable. All right, there's so much in our modern day lives, guys, where guys just aren't accountable. They don't want to be accountable. They want to take the easy route out. They want to take the quick fixes out. And unfortunately, it never gets resolved. What we need to do is we need to raise our code of ethics. We need to raise our standards so we maintain a high standard, so we achieve the things that we want to do so. And we do it with confidence, we do it with clarity, and we do it with authority as well. So moving on to the next stage. Now I've started to list some of the standards down that we're gonna go through here, and you'll notice in brackets I've either put daily, weekly, or monthly. Okay, so let's go for the first section. Daily, we're looking to regulate our social media, and we're looking to also put our phone down on a daily basis. What do we mean by that? We spend up to 5.9 hours a day on our tech devices. Most of the time nowadays, that's a phone or it's a laptop computer. Okay? It's not good for us. It's not good for our brains. It's not good for our emotional centers. It's not good for our hormonal centers. And it's not good for our conscious centers and our thought processing centers as well. In fact, it turns us into a bit of a vegetable. So what I'm saying to you here is we need to maximize the effect that this program can have in the shortest amount of time. So we want to make sure that we give you 2 sections a day, 2 10-minute sections a day to look at your social media. That's it. You know what it's like when you're scrolling through shit on your phone and you're following links, and you can be sat there for half an hour, 3/4 of an hour thinking, what have I even done here? It's just so habitual now. The phone's going off all the time. There's lights going off all the time. It's vibrating all the time, designed to get your constant attention. You do your finances through that, your phone a lot of the time. You do your social media, you do your interaction, you do your email, you do games. Everything's designed to bring you back to that device, which stops you from thinking. So if you can regulate your social media time to 2 10-minute slots, that's really, really going to help. The other thing is put your phone down daily. Have a time period which is going to be your cutoff when you're going to put it down. Now, we live in a 27 world. I get it. Guys are working shifts. Guys are working away. Guys can work at different times. However, regardless of the time that you work, have a time set in your mind that you're going to then, after this point, I'm going to put it down. Okay? So it might be after 8 o'clock at night. You might work nights. So it might be when you get home in the morning, then you're going to turn your phone off. It doesn't matter as long as you daily put that down. And I recommend that you have actually 1 day per week, normally on one of your days off, where the phone goes away and it doesn't even get looked at until at all for that day, or maybe into the night time, okay? To give yourself that space, all right? So you can just get on with those things and give you your time back, all right? Obviously daily, okay? So exercise 3 times per week as per the WOD standards that we're going to be doing, 3 WODs per week or 3 workouts in a day per week, in order to gain your physiological changes that you want to see within your body. Normally with the fat loss and the muscle gain, okay? Just to stay able to see them, you need to be doing that 3 times a week and taking daily care of your nutrition. We will go through this within the food and guide and also the nutrition protocol as well. All right. Big part of the day, daily practice, create a silent space and reflect. This is a very important practice. Think of it as refueling of your car. If you are traveling down the freeway at full speed, you are going to need to take a break to refuel and to let the engine cool off. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're giving you a chance to cool off. We're giving you a chance for the engine to cool, your own personal engine to cool. And we're going to give you an opportunity to be able to refuel your energy by getting up, using this as an early practice within the day. It's really going to help to supercharge you for the rest of the day. We're just using some deep breathing exercises in through the nose, out through the mouth, calming the space down, and that will help you to move forward. Now, what we've put in here as well is a daily gratitude practice. This can easily be completed as part of your above task. So it doesn't have to be two separate tasks. This creates silent space and reflect, and your gratitude can be part of the same thing. Write down each morning 3 things that you are grateful for. Small or big, it doesn't matter. You may well be amazed the changes you see in your life with these 2 simple practices alone. This is really, really simple, guys. Really, really simple stuff that if you can instigate this within your daily routine, I promise you, you'll get really good results, not only from a physical point of view, but from a mental and emotional point of view, and also from a productivity point of view as well. You have so much more clarity in your day. Okay, now, nextly, we've gone on to the weekly tasks. We've said have 2 free TV nights a week if you can, okay? It's very, very important. Too often we use TV as a gap filler, an emotional crutch to lean on, and an avenue to escape from the rigors of the day. There's nothing wrong with this, right? But this is, there's so many more powerful ways we could be spending our time. I have guys come to me and say, I'm really, really time poor, yet they spend so much time on the phone, they spend so much time on social media, they spend so much time just watching shit on the TV all the time, that just modifying those just a little bit by having two free TV nights, by making sure that they actually put their phone down, and by getting just 2 10-minute windows of social media, you're going to get so much time back you can actually enjoy, okay? And you can actually be really productive within that time as well. So make sure within that time that you do things that you want to, that you connect with those significant others, that you complete some tasks around the home that you've been putting off. Whatever it is, you're going to be so much more productive, okay? Number 6 on this list, we've put down here 5 times alcohol-free nights weekly. And I've said, look, I enjoy a beer as much as anyone else, but there's no doubt of the implications that drinking and too much drink has on you physiologically, mentally, and emotionally as well. So by having 5 alcohol-free nights a week, we're going to make sure we give the body a chance to recover. We're going to make sure that you get extra fat loss where you want it. We're going to make sure that we don't impede your muscle growth. We're also going to make sure that you're in a better mental space. We're going to make sure that your chances of chronic disease are a lot less. We're going to make sure the chance of mental disease is an awful lot less as well. And we're going to also save you a lot of money. Okay, so there's very practical reasons to it, but there's very holistic and healthy reasons to it as well. Now, we also want to make sure here that we get a couple of partner dates a month if we can, all right? A couple of partner dates a month is a fantastic way of reconnecting with your partner, of making sure that we can bring all these elements together and that you can see the overflow into your private life, as well as a social night out per month or every 6 weeks or so. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because we're very, very social animals. And we are meant to and designed to be in tribes and to be in communities and to be in families. One of our 3 basic needs, other than safety and satisfaction, is actually connection. We need to feel that we are connected to other people. By doing this, you will ensure that you get that sense of connection, but so will those significant other people in your life. And they will also be much more likely to support you along the way in the journey as well. It's a vital part of the whole puzzle, and it's a very, very important part of your mental and emotional health, which will overflow into your physical results as well. Now, discipline and will. Weak minds lead to weak actions. A strong and disciplined mind, which anyone can achieve through daily practice, can achieve miracles. If you want to live a life to the fullest, care for your thoughts as you would your most prized possessions. Work hard to reduce all inner turbulences. The reward will be abundant. Now, this is what, based on all these practices are that we've just listed here. You're going to have discipline and will to do it. You're going to have discipline to turn up and exercise. You're going to have discipline in order to eat a healthy diet. You're going to have discipline in order to make sure that you're actually turning the TV off a couple of nights a week, that you're actually doing a daily practice of creating silent space for yourself and gratitude for what you're grateful for within your life. We are having to expand our discipline and our will, and it's very, very important to understand our minds are just like any muscle. And just like any muscle, it grows in strength when you train it, right? Okay, so exercising your discipline is like bench pressing for the brain. It's like bench pressing for the mind. The more that you do it, the stronger that you will get, the better results that you're going to get. So I'll put here, as you recondition your mind and your mental strength and focus improves, you will notice significant changes in your life. You will be more consistent. You have be in a more consistent, positive mental headspace. You will handle tasks much easier. You'll be more well balanced emotionally. You will produce productive outcomes quicker. You will also be able to let go of negative mental chatter with much greater ease and generate a greater sense of self-worth. Okay? Massive, massive things for us. So tips and put gears. Begin a day by creating silent space and your gratitude practice. It is a great and productive way to set you up for the day. Write down what you would like to focus on and achieving in that day. Plan when you will exercise. And you can plan this out once per week when you're going to exercise. Just plan it out. Plan it out when you're going to, what the days you are going to exercise, and plan it out at the start of the week. Plan when you get some food prep. You only need to plan that to be once a week as well. Decide on when your social media windows will be. Once per week, you can just plan that out. When you find yourself flicking through the TV just to fill in time, use this as a cue to turn it off and engage in a more productive activity, i.e. read and complete the task at home, or just relaxing with your partner. If you enjoy a drink, plan what night you will do this. The amount of what you drink, or what your drink of choice will be. Doing this in advance will help you in overindulging, and will be more of a reward, i.e. once a week. Plan this out once a week if necessary, if you're going to have a drink a week. Now, the reason I say about planning it out is that you can actually plan it out and use it as a reward. And the fact that you plan it out and the amount that you're going to have means that you're less likely to go on and binge and indulge on top of it as well. As often as you can, organize your dates and social nights in advance, okay? Too often we get distracted with other priorities and things will get in the way. So try and organize these in advance as much as you can. Now, what I've said to you is to print the codes and these tips off and pin them somewhere you will see them, okay? So the idea is that you don't just read these and forget about them. You'll actually print this off about the tips, the discipline, and the will, and you'll also print off the codes, and you'll put them in a place that you see them regularly, so you can see them every single day. Remember, we've got a bench press for the brain. The more that we see these things, the more that we see them on a regular basis, the more that we absorb them into our subconscious, the more we're going to change our program and the better results that we're going to get. We want to reprogram our subconscious with those things that are going to guide us to the results that we actually want. Lastly, I want you to consider this. Until you change your identity, who you see yourself as, your thoughts and your habits and your actions will always fail. The above is designed to give you a pathway and a set of principles in order to attain your mission and become the man you wish to become. So the BTD program is designed to help you create that lean muscular physique whilst restoring pride, passion and purpose into your life. However, you have to accept that there's certain things that you need to do differently. However, you have to accept that, I've just said that, you have to be open-minded to try new practices that will give you a platform to achieve your goals, all right? So I'm just reading from what's here, but it's very, very true. You have to accept that there's things that you need to do differently in order to get different results, and you have to be able to build practices in to give you the platform to achieve what those goals are. Now, I guarantee you, if you follow this program, the pathway, and these standards, you will achieve the body, but also the life that you desire. So this document gives you the outline of our methodology and the way that we operate, but you've got to follow it, right? You have to commit to it. You can't go at this half-arsed, right? If you go at a half-arsed, you're going to get fucking half-arsed results. You've got to go in, committed, all in, and go for it. Now, I've said on here, let me ask you, do you think that you will be more likely to stick with a program that encourages you to engage more with your kids? You go on dates and have nights out with your friends whilst helping you maintain that personal fulfillment and mental focus. All this while becoming part of a band of brothers and creating a lean muscular physique. Now, this is what we've got to do. We've got to create a program that gives you the results that you want, but also be able to fit into your lifestyle as well and upgrade that lifestyle for everyone who you touch within that zone as well. This is going to help you to get there. These standards and our mission focuses are going to help you to be able to move through, to know where you are in each part of the journey, which means the likelihood of your success is much, much greater. But it's really down to you, your application, your determination, and your fucking commitment to do it.